Hey guys, today's video will be a little bit different. I think it's gonna be a little sad, but mostly very happy, and it's gonna be happy because it's gonna be sad. I will explain. I waited for the sun to rise, so there will be a lot of sunshine and I would maybe film outside, but I honestly don't know why I was expecting that because I'm in Moscow and it's like 10 degrees outside. Anyways, today I want to talk about feeling scared, getting out of your comfort zone, honest feelings about college life. And to help me feel comfortable and cozy, I put on my beautiful fuzzy socks that I got in Korea, and I also have my favorite Starbucks mug that my best friend got me when we were like in 8th grade, and I still have it, so that's comforting. I feel like a lot of the times in today's society we only talk about the triumphs that we have and all the amazing things that have happened in our journeys, and we kind of leave out all the times that we felt scared or insecure or we failed. I think it's unrealistic, I think it's unhealthy, and it's definitely not the kind of message that I want to send on this channel. So today I'm going to talk about the other, not so happy side of attending Minerva. Everything I'm going to say is just my opinions, my feelings. I'm not representing other students. I hope that's clear. In case you guys are new to this channel and you don't know, my name is Dinara, hence the narcissistic name of the channel, and I go to a university program that's called Minerva Schools at KGI, where we basically study in San Francisco for the first year, and then every semester after that we move to a new country. So it's 7 countries in 4 years. You get a bachelor degree in the end. Pretty awesome. But I'm not feeling awesome right now. In the past 2 years, I've lived in California, Korea, and India, and now I'm moving to Germany, and I've told you guys many times how excited I am to live in Berlin. I got my visa, I bought my ticket, but I'm not feeling excited or as excited as I usually would, and I kind of want to explain to you why and also show that this is the reality. A little backstory: I was born and raised in Moscow, Russia. I pretty much grew up in the same neighborhood. I went to elementary, middle, and high school with the same people. We all grew up together, so I was always surrounded by my friends. In my family, I am the baby because I have 2 much older siblings. I've always been, taken care of in that way, and it is my comfort zone. But when I was 12, I heard about this program that's called Future Leaders Exchange. It was basically a $20,000 scholarship that would send you to a high school and a host family in the United States, where you would stay for 1 academic year and then you go back. That was like the biggest dream of my life at the time when I was a teenager. I spent my summers studying English. When I was 14 and time has come, I took my first test and they accepted me, and I went to the 2nd round, then I went to the 3rd round, then I had an interview and I got it. There were 14,000 people who participated and they only took like 2%. Remember that number, by the way. I was so happy. And I remember my friends telling me how inspired they are by me and how fearless I am and how strong I am. And I didn't tell anyone how terrified I was. Looking back, I was 15 and I wasn't like a grown-up 15-year-old. I was like a goofy, childish 15-year-old, and I can't believe that my parents let me go because I wouldn't. I got back to Moscow. I graduated from high school. I went to higher school of economics here. Wasn't really my cup of tea, so applied to Minerva, got in. Once again, it was 2% acceptance rate. So I was 18 at the time, and ironically, I was much more scared than when I was 15. I was more reluctant to go because when I was 15, I just couldn't wait to get out. I was just like, let me go, this is my dream, I have to go. When I was 18, I was like, I want to go, but my niece was just born and I have parents that are not getting younger. So after my first year, I got to see my family twice, and now I'm back here since May. It's been almost 3.5 months that I'm back home in Moscow, and oh man, I've gotten so used to this, and I think this is why I don't feel very excited about going to Berlin. I can't believe I'm crying over this because I'm so grateful and I'm so happy, but it's also so overwhelming. I feel like there's so much life and so many experiences and so many people that I'm gonna meet in the next 2 years. The last 3 cities have changed me so much, and they've expanded my world both physically and mentally and spiritually. I'm just a little overwhelmed by the different lives I'm gonna have. As amazing as traveling is and meeting new people is, it still takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of Sometimes it's a lot of stress. The past few months, I've only spent time with my family and with my closest friends. I didn't meet any new people. In the beginning of the summer, I was intending to make Moscow my new Minerva city, so I would like meet a lot of new people, right, and go out and explore and do like different events, and I just didn't. I didn't, and I felt so happy, and I'm still very happy, and I think that's kind of a problem, but it's also a good and bad thing. Basically, Basically, what I'm trying to say is that when I board my plane on the 4th of September, I'm gonna be very sad because I'll have to say bye to my parents and to my siblings and to my niece, to my friends and to my cat and to my garden and to my room, and asking my mom to pick up groceries on her way home, and to hanging out at my friend's place, and walking in the neighborhood where I spend most of my life, and to the peace and quiet and not rushing anywhere, not trying to prove myself to anyone, but just being accepted fully, completely, without even trying, not having to explain anything to new people about who I am and trying to reinvent myself. I don't want to sound ungrateful. I really am grateful. This is the life that I've chosen. This is the life that I've been working for. And once I go to Berlin, I'm gonna enjoy every freaking second of it. I know it. Even when it's gonna be difficult, I'll be like, thank you, universe. This is my life. I choose it every day. But it doesn't mean that getting to that point is like as fun, you know? In the 2 years that I've been studying at Minerva, a few people have left because they wanted to have a more of a traditional experience. They realized that they prefer like a physical campus near their home. They didn't want all the traveling. And as much as I respected their decision, obviously, I was just like, but why? This is so awesome. Like, you get to experience all of these cities and talk to people here, and I couldn't get it. Now I do. This summer has really allowed me to feel like I'm a college student in Moscow. Like, I'm actually studying with my friends and we're on a break, and once September starts, I'm gonna go to school with them. And we're gonna be hanging out at each other's places after school, and we're gonna go to dinner with my friend's mom again, and we'll have a sleepover at my house, and we're gonna go to our favorite coffee shop on that corner, and it's just not gonna happen. Basically, my thesis is that the more time I spend away from home, the more I learn to appreciate it and the more I miss it, which is why it gets more difficult to leave. So as excited as I am to fall in love with Berlin and make new friends there, when I think about the next semester, this feeling of overwhelmment and stress also creeps in as I'm reminded of all the times that I felt like this is so difficult, or when I remember some interactions with people that I would rather not have, and I definitely wouldn't have had if I stayed in my little cozy comfort zone. So I guess this brings me to the happy point of this video, which is that it's gonna be difficult to leave, but it's an amazing thing because that means that there's something really good here to come back to. Me feeling very sad right now is very good also because I have learned at a very young age to appreciate my home and my family, and it's made me treasure every day that I get to spend with them. It's also good because I have my golden standard of how I want to be treated, because I feel like when you're in a new environment and there's new people coming and interacting with you, it's very easy to lose yourself, to kind of allow people to treat you not in the nicest way, but you can like write it off as, oh, it's a cultural difference, or well, that wasn't their intention. Spending time with my family and my old closest friends, it kind of brings me back to this point of like, hey, I deserve to be loved, I deserve to be like appreciated unconditionally, and it's very important to go back to that. So once I move to a new country, I don't tolerate other people's bullshit. Third reason why it's really good to feel sad is that I remember who I am. Being home kind of brings me back to this energy of my past self, how people remember me, and it's like a compass. It reminds me of who I used to be, and it kind of gives me this power back so I can be even better in the future. As emotional as I might be, I am eternally grateful to be able to go on these adventures, because that's what I've ever wanted from my life, is to be joyous and to have adventures and to meet new people. And I'm sure that if I lived in Moscow for 4 years while I was doing my undergraduate degree here, I would definitely feel stuck, and I would definitely feel like I wasn't doing what I'm supposed to do. But I'm here for 3 months, so that feeling hasn't kicked in yet, but I'm sure it would. So I'm very grateful for all the changes and all the growth, and I'm grateful to Minerva for facilitating all of this. It's just that I'm human, a very emotional human. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you understand me. I hope that you're having a grateful time wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I hope that if you are feeling sad or if times are difficult, you know that you can always reach out to someone, that there's love out there in the world, and that you are surrounded by love, and that whatever you're feeling will pass, and that you will feel better. I'm gonna go edit, eat, and I will see you very, very soon.